Focus, focus, listen, listen, use your self-talk, be assertive, focus, focus, listen, listen, use your self-talk, be assertive, focus, focus, listen, listen, use your self-talk, be assertive. This is the way we all can learn. This is the way we all can learn. First you focus, get your attention, use eyes and ears and brain. Now you listen, make sure you listen, use eyes and ears and brain. Use your self-talk, say I can do this, and focus, focus now. Be assertive, if you don't get it, just ask for help out loud. This is the way we all can learn. This is the way we all can learn. First you focus, get your attention, use eyes and ears and brain. Now you listen, make sure you listen, use eyes and ears and brain. Use your self-talk, say I can do this, and focus, focus now. Be assertive, if you don't get it, just ask for help out loud.
Good morning, Grand Canyon Elementary Phantoms. Happy Wednesday. I hope that you are having a wonderful, fabulous fall week. We have been talking about a really important skill to help us be one of the best learners that we can be. Do you remember what this skill is? That's right, focusing our attention. Focus, focus, focus. And in the spirit of Halloween coming up, as Mrs. Rommel reminded me, and as we used to do in kindergarten when we were in class, we would say, hocus pocus, and everyone would say, everybody focus. So let's try that. I'm going to say hocus pocus, and then I want you to say, everybody focus. Hocus pocus. Great job. You are wonderful. Thank you so much for doing that with me. So we're going to talk a little bit more today about some skills that we can use to help us to focus. Do you remember any of the skills that I've told you about so far? Yeah, so one of them is to take breaks. Have you been taking your breaks every day? Or you've been stopping, you've been getting up, moving, maybe doing some deep breathing, maybe getting some exercise, taking some time to get your mind just to have a break. Our brain needs rest just like anything else in our body. And so speaking of rest, what was the one we talked about yesterday? Yes, sleep, getting enough sleep. Do you know that your brain and your body is working while you're sleeping, and that your body is actually growing when you're sleeping? So it's really important that you get the right amount of rest and that you get all the rest that you can and that you need so your body can function at its best level, okay? And this is important for our brain too, because if our brain is sleepy, we are not going to be able to focus. All we're going to be able to think about is how tired we are and how we just want to go home and lay down in bed. It is not good to be tired when you're trying to focus. So make sure you're taking time to get rest. And maybe if you are tired and you didn't get enough sleep, take some time during the day to rest a little bit. Take one of those breaks and just close your eyes and rest, or try one of those mindful activities. Let me share the picture of the mindfulness activities we talked about to refresh your memory of some things that we can do when we want to help our brain relax. All right, so, oh, smiling is one. Do you know smiling? It just makes your brain happy. Relaxing, breathing. Do you remember we took those deep breaths yesterday and we took a deep breath in and a big breath out? Watching the clouds, just laying outside in nature. Or maybe you want to go sit up at the rim and just look at the canyon and just be in nature. Exercise. Forgiving. Did you know that if you're angry, that you have a hard time focusing and it gets your brain distracted? So if you're angry, maybe figuring out a way to work out with whoever you're angry with what happened and forgiving them. Going for a walk, walking your dog, playing with your pets, cooking, planting, talking to your friends. Right now, it is so important for us to have friend time because we do not get to see our friends very much. So, whenever you can, even if it's just over Zoom or in a chat or in a breakout room, ask your teachers if you can have some friend time, even just for a couple minutes, so you can talk and refocus. So I have another tool to teach you today to help you to focus, and that is to identify what distracts you. Because we may get all the rest we need. We may be taking those breaks and doing those mindfulness activities, but we're still having a hard time focusing because our brain and our eyes are getting distracted by all the things around us. So, this is a little story that's going to help show us what kind of things can distract us and what we should do when that happens. And then we'll talk about it when it's done.
Do your homework. Honey, put it away.
Has this ever been you at home when you're trying to do your homework?
Okay. Seems like you need a little assistance. Okay. Little kitten learns to fish. One fine day, Mother Cat decides to teach daughter kitten how to fish. The mother took the kitten to a pond full of fish and said, "Let's see how many we each can catch." Both of them found a spot, set up their fishing rods, and waited. As nothing seemed to be happening, the kitten looked up and saw a butterfly dancing in the air, as if inviting her to come and play. The kitten began chasing the butterfly but could not catch it, and it soon flew away. By the time she returned, the mother cat had caught a big fish. Daughter kitten worried that she would lose the challenge and began thinking about fishing again. Soon, an even prettier butterfly came flying around, and its wings were most enticingly colorful. The kitten simply had to catch it, so she went round and round chasing the butterfly, which too managed to fly away. When the kitten returned, her mother had caught another big fish. She then asked, "How come you have managed to catch two big fish while I haven't even caught one?" Her mother replied, "If you keep going after butterflies, butterflies, and more butterflies, if you are always of two minds, how on earth will you catch a fish?" Much of the day passed and the kitten realized that it would soon be dark, so she sat down, determined not to budge. In time, she felt a tug on the fishing rod and there was a big fish ready to be caught.
With this lesson from a mother cat, I think one beautiful thing emerges that if we take interest in what we want to achieve, automatically this interest will take us to a next level of focus. And when we are interested and focused, automatically
the restraint will develop so that we don't dilute our focus in seeing peripheral things, but we remain focused. Mother, though did all the fishing work, through her action, she is able to show to her little kitten what is possible if you take interest, if you remain patient, and if you don't run after the butterflies.
Don't run after the butterflies. What is your butterfly that distracts you and keeps you from focusing? Is it your friend in the Zoom screen playing with their toys or maybe making faces? Is it your phone and all the messages that are popping up, or maybe Facebook? Is it the TV and the show that's on? Maybe it's something outside. Maybe it is a butterfly. I want you to think about, what is your butterfly? What is the thing that distracts you and keeps you from being able to focus, especially on things that you're interested in? Now, I know that we're not always interested in everything we're learning, but we can find things that we're learning that we are very interested in, and that will help us to focus. So not only do we need to recognize what distracts us, but we need to recognize what interests us. What do we like to learn about so we can focus? Because I know that your teachers give you opportunities to kind of think of your own things to practice learning skills. And that's when you really need to know what you're interested in. So along with taking breaks and practicing mindful activities and getting lots of rest, I want you this week to continue those things, but also think about what distracts you, what's your butterfly, and what interests you, what keeps your focus. Thank you so much. We are going to get ready to do our pledge. So if you want to go ahead and stand up, and I'm going to get our flag up. All right, go ahead and put your right hand on your heart. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please join me for a moment of silence. All right, thank you so much. I hope you have a fabulous Wednesday and you have lots of fun learning and you practice all of those skills and tools we are learning to help your brain to focus so you can be a super awesome phantom learner. Tomorrow, I'm going to change course a little bit and I'm going to give you guys some awesome tips for making Halloween this weekend fun and safe. I can't wait to see you then. Have a great day, everyone.